Spontaneous episode.
We are truly spontaneous.
We are.
You know,
That's true.
I don't know if it would be better or worse if we actually practiced this ahead of time. Probably worse.
Probably worse. Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid
And then we'd
of.
have to listen to ourselves twice. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not good.
it doesn't flow as good.
It
You know?
doesn't.
It doesn't flow
No,
as good.
we do much better impromptu.
Yes.
Yes, we do. That's very,
Yep.
very good. That's a great comment right at the last second there, Lisa.
Yep.
Good. That's good. Okay, well, good afternoon, everybody.
Yes. Welcome to our second 100.
Second 100, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe, isn't it?
You're right.
You know, we had some good feedback from people about the
We
last
did,
one.
we
They
did.
They
Yep.
liked some of the flashbacks, some of the different clips
They
that we
did.
showed. That was good.
Yep.
You know, we there was a clip we forgot to show.
Oh, which one?
The Zoom call.
Yes.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
That,
Yeah.
I got a lot of feedback on the
Yeah,
Zoom call.
that was a good
Yeah.
one.
Episode. So.
When you had changing faces.
Holy cow! Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had your own version of masks on it.
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, let's get started,
Okay.
Lisa. We have a trivia question today.
We do. So, since we're coming up on Memorial Day, it's a Memorial Day related question.
Of course it is.
Okay.
Yes.
And the prize today is a bottle of wine right here, and it has a turtle on it.
It does.
So what is it
Turtle
called?
Bay.
Turtle Bay.
Uh-huh. Marlborough, New Zealand.
Oh.
Yes. Turtle Bay.
Is it a good year?
Yeah. It's a
2022.
It's a 2016 Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Very good.
You say that very well.
good.
I'm not so sure your cousin from the reverse raffle would have been able to say it that well.
He would have struggled with that.
Yes,
Yeah, he
he
would've.
would have.
But speaking of the reverse raffle,
Yes.
that was a great segue
We
here.
had a fun time.
Your cousin did amazing.
I'm sorry I missed it.
Okay? He was very entertaining.
We have trouble being in the same room at the same time.
I can understand that. We had trouble being around him for the couple hours. So,
You know what I really liked about him, though? His hair.
yes.
He had that beautiful long hair.
Yes, he did.
Now, he said he hadn't washed it in 3 weeks, but it still was,
Yes.
you could see where it was kind of
It
a
still
very-
was long.
He is
Yes.
proud of his mullet.
Yes.
He really is.
But you know that is coming back now.
It is. It's a scary
It's
thought,
a little
isn't it?
scary.
Well, I tried to ask Lisa Michelle, should I, you know, because I had a mullet a long time ago, if I should go ahead and grow back a mullet. And they said, no.
Well, no, I think to be fair, you should do it and then let the residents see it and then decide.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that
It
your
would be.
vote
I would enjoy that.
outvotes the two ladies at this point. We could have a mullet contest.
We could,
Like,
you and
let our
I.
hair grow out.
Okay, I've changed my mind.
That's scary.
It was a great experience, though, I heard.
Yes, it was, and we raised a lot of money.
Yes, we did.
How much money?
How much money?
much?
How much did we make?
$7,273 is what we cleared after paying our prizes.
Yeah, but we realized
Oh,
we haven't counted the
what's your guess, though?
I think, and this is another $13.12.
Okay.
To be exact.
To be exact.
$13.
Now I'm ready to count it because I'm going to see how close we are.
Oh, so we did very well. So thank you all for supporting that event, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh, my gosh.
That was so much
You know,
fun.
we talked about that. We think that was probably the best one we've
We
had.
think it was,
And I don't know if
yes.
it's just because it was the first one since COVID.
It could
Yeah,
be.
people
It
were
could be.
excited to
Maybe
be
that
back.
had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just your cousin just was really on that night.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know what
great.
it was, but it was just, it was really
It was a
great
fun
event.
night.
That was a fun night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even had to make a beer run. We ran out of beer. So
That tells you all you need
that
to know.
tells you we had a fun night.
Well, it was your cousin. He must have had 100 beers all to himself.
That was it. That was it.
All right, Lisa, I think we've been trying to get the
Okay.
trivia question out
So
here.
the trivia question, you're going to call Michelle, 336-389-4103. And the question is, Memorial Day was originally known as what?
That's what?
So it wasn't originally Memorial Day. What other day was it?
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't have known the answer to that one.
I didn't know it either.
No, I don't.
So,
I thought it was May 31st. I thought that was. But that's not the right answer, I
it's
don't
not,
think.
I'm looking for a title of the day.
I see.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
thanks for explaining that. 'cause
yes.
Obviously,
Yeah.
some had some issues with.
That's
figuring
right.
out
And no one's calling in yet, so either nobody's watching, that's one.
Yes,
Or number two, they're not sure what my question means.
yes.
When I say what kind of day it is. Or they're still Googling it. It
Right.
could be that.
That could be it.
The answer has not come up yet.
Well, that means we get to keep this, right?
Are we
There we
taking our
go.
first caller?
We're still waiting on our first caller. Okay?
We're still looking for our first call. Oh, the phone just rang. Somebody is watching.
Okay,
Oh, wait a minute.
somebody is
It's
watching.
Michelle's mother. Wait a minute, that doesn't count.
Oh my gosh. You know, it is a nice day out, isn't
It's
it?
beautiful outside.
So I could see how people would be outside. And all the chair volleyball players told me they can't watch us at 3 because they play at 3.
What?
So they did say this is a inconvenient time.
They record it, though. I know some of them do.
Some do, but some said, can you change the time?
And some said, please don't change anything. We're just really glad we don't have to watch you.
Oh. We do have a winner, so that's good.
Yes,
That's good.
no more calls, please.
Thank
No
you.
more.
'Cause
I mean, unless you're calling to contribute.
oh, it's a first-time caller,
First time caller.
a first-time winner. Cool.
Okay.
I love that.
All right, well, that's good. So,
I love that.
so Lisa, we should probably do a little bit of this.
Yes.
I think we're kind of backing away a little bit from doing a lot of
I think
statistics,
so, too.
Right? 'Cause
Yep,
I think we've
yep.
gotten decided we don't really need to do that.
But there's some good things that,
Yeah, I mean, our hospitalization rate is good right now. It's below 1,000, so that's really
good.
good. We know the state percentage is down. Our county percentage has been down the last several weeks. I think we're all hoping that Memorial Day, another holiday coming up, that we don't
Right.
see a spike in it.
yep.
But, hopefully, as we keep climbing up with the vaccinated folks, that'll continue to be deterrent. And like I said before, we're either going to get to the point where everybody's been vaccinated or they're going to have COVID or had COVID, and I'm hoping that'll probably, then we'll really start seeing it decline to nothing at this
Right.
point. So at least that's the hope. But let's see, if I'm reading these right, we've had just over 4 million doses. The first dose of a 2-dose system, we've had 4 million administered. And then on the second dose, we've had 3.6 million. So pretty close to having, that's not a whole lot of difference between the two. So, and then we've had 287,000 of the single shot. Those are the Johnson & Johnson doses administered. So total administered shots are almost 8 million when you count all of them together. So, sorry, should have brought some water with me. So as a percentage of the total population of North Carolina, yeah, thank you, that would be good. So as a percentage of the total population of North Carolina, 41% with at least one dose, 37% with both doses, and if you are over 65, they separate it out. So 65 plus, 79% have had the first dose, 76% have had the
that's
second
great.
dose. So that's really good.
That's good,
Because, we know that's the most vulnerable population.
right?
Maybe not the population that gets COVID the most,
Right.
because I think we've seen that's 25 to 54, but it's the highest as far as problems with COVID.
Yes.
So we're doing very well, I think, from that perspective, which is the reason why, the governor came on, last week? And, decided to go with what the CDC was recommending, what President Biden is recommending. So, this is the reason why you don't see a mask here on the desk
I
or
know,
masks for
I
us. We're very happy about that.
Yeah.
And I know just walking along the hallways, going through the bistro.
It feels weird.
It does
It
feel
does.
weird.
I mean,
Yeah.
I go like this.
know.
No, I keep
I
reaching
know.
for my mask every
Yep.
time I get out of
Yes.
my chair, like I'm going to be going somewhere. But
Yeah,
it's so much fun to see the residents, and
Yep.
I've had some residents have been very nice to me about, oh, it's so nice to see your face, and there have been some other residents say, boy, I wish you would go back to wearing a mask, that kind
put
of
the
thing.
mask back on.
Yeah, put the mask back on, I liked you better that way, kind of thing. So,
Some ladies have told me that they have to wear lipstick now.
Yes,
They didn't have to
it
before.
is true.
Good point.
Yep.
Yep.
And
even
men have
some
to
men.
shave.
Makeup.
Maybe even some men were wearing lipstick, but now they can't because now their
Well, that's
face is
true. They were
visible.
hiding it
So,
before.
you never know, right?
Oh, boy.
Yes, so the good news is, that the governor did go that way. We are still, and we'll have some questions about this, because I think this is coming later, but, we still have some places where we are still requiring masks.
Yep.
And so, and that, that's partly for the residents, and then there's also some other staff requirements as well that we've got where there are, like in our healthcare center, all the residents, all the staff are still wearing masks over there. That's also state mandated, but that's coming from a different part of our state. The North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services regulates that for us. So we're hoping that maybe it won't be too long before there's some changes made there. They make changes all the time.
Sure.
I mean, it just
Seems like it's always
it's
changing.
hard to even keep up with all the changes that keep coming down. And we just know that about COVID. It's been there's no playbook here. We just are kind of winging it every time. So just going with the best information we have at the time. So the governor's order was, if you're vaccinated, residents and staff on the independent living side, this is how we've interpreted that, you do not have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated. Now, if you're unvaccinated, then we are strongly encouraging you to continue wearing masks. And we don't have a very high percentage of our population that hasn't been vaccinated, so we're not going to see a lot of staff or residents that are wearing masks. But let's not give those that haven't had a mask, that are wearing a mask, please don't give them a hard time about it at this point. There's probably a logical reason why they haven't gotten vaccinated, or maybe they even can't get vaccinated. There might be an age restriction for some of our folks too. So just keep that in mind. And hopefully we'll keep encouraging our staff and the few residents that haven't had the vaccination who can get it to keep getting it, or to get it for the first time.
And some people may just choose to wear a mask, Tom. That's also
That
something
is a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yep,
And
I
that's
ran
okay
into
too.
someone today that said, I just feel more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And I said, that's fine. It's
Sure.
a personal choice.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
Especially since we're not social distancing anymore either.
Right,
So,
right. Yep.
I'll tell you what, I couldn't wait to rip up those little yellow things in the bistro on the floor. This was a little bit of a funny story. We were in there eating, was it yesterday, Lisa?
I think
Day
so.
before yesterday? Maybe it was the day before yesterday. Was it
Monday.
Monday?
Yeah.
It's Monday.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to see if the floor was going to be a problem underneath, so I started ripping one up, and I ripped one off. And the staff that were there, they said, Tom, we're going to rip those up after, we're done. I said, oh, okay, that's fine. And so I went over to another one that was over to where you order for the grill and for the brick oven. And that one, I don't know if you all remember, but that little thing there was really all torn up. And I'm like, I am not leaving here until that one is at least off the floor. And it took me, 10 minutes to get
Yes,
that
it
one
did.
off the floor.
And they kept saying, Tom, we'll
We'll
get
get
that.
it.
We'll
Tom,
get
don't
that,
stroke
Tom.
out by reaching down.
Tom, what would you like to eat? We'll get that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. So, but it's nice.
But it was nice to pull them up,
nice
wasn't
to
it?
get rid of those things,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Boy, yeah.
To not have to worry about the social
And
distancing.
let's hope that we're done with that forever,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
I really think
Hope
that's
so.
our hope, is that we're done with that forever. So,
Yeah, I hope so too.
Okay.
Okay, so we have some upcoming changes in our dining areas.
Mm-hmm.
So I think everybody's waiting to hear what else might change. The mask, that's a biggie. But
Absolutely.
we also have some other things we want to roll out over the next few months.
Yep.
This is a slow rollout because we've done everything slowly. It's just a process for us, and little
We
at a
believe
time.
in doing things slowly around here.
Absolutely.
The residents have told us that.
Yes.
That's why Bubba Bob fit in so well here, I
Yes.
think.
Yes.
Very slow.
He was very slow.
That's true. That's true. He did fit in very well.
Yes, he did.
Oh. Okay, so the first thing, and a memo is going to be coming out with all of these changes, so you don't need to take any notes right now. There's going to be something coming out. If not tonight, tomorrow. So
Yeah,
we
no
will have
later
it
than
out.
tomorrow we'll
Yeah,
have this out.
We'll have it out very soon. One of the changes starts already this Sunday, and we have had very low usage of the Water's Edge on Sunday night.
Yeah.
We never used to have the Water's Edge open, to be honest.
Right.
And we decided, let's try it. Let's open it up, see if we have many takers. But we have found we do not.
Yeah.
So, and we kind of wondered, but now we've tried it long enough. And so we are going to stop Sunday nights in the Water's Edge. So the bistro will still be open. That's open 7 days a week from 11 to 7 for lunch and dinner, so, and of course breakfast. So you still have a restaurant option, but we are going to be stopping the Water's Edge.
And Lisa, part of that reason is we want to be able to utilize that labor to be able to do the things you're getting ready to talk about that we're
Yes.
getting ready to start, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yep, so we're stopping one thing, but this is to prepare for the next big thing.
yeah.
Okay, June 1st. The first thing, the salad bar is going to come back in the bistro. We're going to have the salad bar again,
Yes, June 1st.
okay? So that's June 1st, and it will be from 11 to 2, and then again from 4 to 7. So we do have that little time in between that we do shut down the salad bar area. But as you all know, the made-to-order areas are open from 11 to 7.
Right.
But the bar area, we do shut that down to restock and all that good stuff. So that's exciting. That's a biggie.
That is a biggie.
So
I know a lot of people have been asking when we're going to be able to get to be able to do the salad bar.
yes,
again, so,
yes, yep. Okay. Reservations has been a biggie. Okay, we've heard
Yes.
this many times, Tom.
Yes.
So
Residents love making reservations at 9 o'clock every morning. I keep hearing about how much they love our system with this.
well,
and
that's
so-
not how I hear it.
Oh,
but,
you're not hearing it that way?
But if that's how you hear it, I like that world. So we have had multiple requests. Is there a way that we can change up the reservation system? I think we all know that we probably are going to have to keep it for evening time.
For dinner meals, yeah.
Yep. I just think that's probably going to be the case. But can we free it up a little bit so it's not the day before and I have to call right at 9 a.m. and all that good stuff? So this is what we're going to try. Now this is June 1st. You can call up to 3 days in advance with a reservation date. Okay? So
Yep.
that's going to help a lot. We're going to try this, see how it works.
Right.
And you may say, why don't you just leave it wide open? We can call whenever we want.
Right.
Because then somebody might say, for the rest of the year, I want Thursday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, you can't do it that
And
way.
then it locks it in. We're not the same as an outside restaurant.
Right.
Our patrons live here.
Right.
So when you go to a restaurant, you all are needing to get in the restaurant. So that's the reason we can't just open freestanding. So, but now we're going to try the 3 days in advance, which I think could help a lot.
Yeah, we're going to experiment with
We're gonna
this.
try it.
Yeah, we're going to see how this goes.
We're going to try it.
And,
Yeah.
you know, we had promised, I know the residents that come to me expressing concerns about having to call every day at 9 o'clock.
Yep.
You know, I told them, just kind of hold tight. We need to get back to being fully staffed
That's
and
right.
also
That's
fully
right.
capable of using all of our areas. And we would see about what changes we could make to the reservation system. So, as Lisa said, I really don't foresee a time when we're going to be able to say you'll be able to just walk in. That's just not going to happen at this point.
Right.
We just got too many residents, and we need to be able to know what kind of population we're going to have in each one of the restaurants. So it's very important that we have that and continue that. So we're going to keep that for now. But I think the 3 day thing is a little bit of a compromise, so you
think
don't feel
so.
like you've got to call every day.
Right, right.
And so I
exactly.
think this helps. It's going to help
Yep.
spread it out a little bit.
Yep.
So
And reservations really help us serve you better,
yeah,
to be honest. It manages that versus we can stagger it versus 50 people coming in at once.
And having to wait.
There's no way that we can serve you
Yeah.
all at the same time.
yeah,
So,
it would not work the other
right,
way.
right. So it really is to make life easier and better.
That's right.
So a much better dining experience. Okay, up the veranda in the clubhouse area. That is an area that you do not need to call for reservations for. And you can order off the pub menu on
Yeah.
the veranda.
That's right.
Not the overlook menu, but the pub menu, you can order off of that. And the pub, of course, is not reservation either. So the pub and the veranda, if you want to just come up, they'll get you to a table. You can order drinks. You can order off the pub menu. Might be a great night.
Yeah.
So that
Well,
also is available.
Especially with warmer weather coming. I
Absolutely.
think the timing is going to be good.
I
for
think it is
people wanting to
too.
sit out there. So
Yep, so that's June 1st as well.
good.
Okay. We are also going to be working on setting up the shuttle service for folks that live here in the main building in Glen Eagles, a shuttle up to the clubhouse. So we're going to have more details coming out on that, but be looking for that in June as well. And also, one last thing for June 1st, looking at being able to host more meetings again. So you might have a sewing group, you might have a circle where you have maybe a couple non-residents that will come to that group. And so we feel comfortable with that. Anything where they're not dining with us yet. We're not at a point where you can bring your guests into the dining venues. But if it's for a meeting or circle, sewing group, all of that, we're ready to go ahead and start scheduling those. So you will want to call Brian to schedule location for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
That's a non-dining
It is.
venue change.
Yep.
But
Yep, it is.
But we felt like that was something that we can go ahead and
Right,
safely do
right.
now again,
Yep.
so.
Okay. June 6th.
Uh-oh.
This is the biggie.
Yeah, here we go. Are we
Okay.
ready?
Sunday brunch will be back. June 6th, we're going to have our wonderful Sunday brunch back.
Yes.
So the Water's Edge, it'll go back to a Sunday brunch similar to what it was. So that's exciting. The Overlook is going to feature a brunch special, which will oftentimes include an accompanied cocktail special. So you will know ahead of time what the brunch menu would be in the Overlook area. But what's nice about this is we will have 3 venues open at brunch time on Sundays.
That's
The bistro, of course, is open as well. Regular menu in there. The Water's Edge will have a special buffet. And then up at the Overlook, we'll also have a special brunch menu. So really 3 different venues and
Yeah.
rotate them.
And I think the purpose here is to try and make them all 3 different so
Yes,
that you
have
can
choice.
have choice.
Yes, absolutely.
And variety. You know, we hear that a lot from
Absolutely.
residents wanting
Yep,
variety.
yep. So that, to me, is an exciting thing coming.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, bringing back
was
the
that unexciting? We
the
just
brunch.
No, I think that's spontaneous.
spontaneous.
impromptu. Oh, and as always, the reservations will still be needed for brunch time.
Yeah, we
So
can't
that's
get away
that's a
from
big,
that,
yep. That's a big time for us here.
especially for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what everybody's thinking. Lisa said the salad bar is coming back June 1st. She did not say the hot bar,
Right,
okay?
right. So
So-
no new information about the hot bar.
So we're doing, like we've talked about, slow steps, okay? So we're doing the salad bar first, that's June 1st. The hot bar, we're gonna bring that back July 12th. It seems like a weird date, I know, but there's reasons behind it. So July 12th.
Well, part of it's just to get past the July 4th holiday. That's part of it. We've got several key staff members that
Yeah.
are not going to be
Yeah.
around, so we want to make sure we get.
And that
through
really gives us time to, let's get that salad bar up and going and see how
Yeah.
it goes. And with that salad bar, we will have things in place there where we'll have the hand sanitizer before you get into the bar.
Yeah.
Some glove options probably,
Yes.
things like that. So
Yes.
we're gonna, that salad bar is gonna kind of be our first step back into a little bit of a buffet there.
Right.
So-
And after eating at the salad bar for a month, you'll be ready to really dive into the hot bar.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
not,
Oh, yeah.
Not dive in.
Not
Not
literally
literally.
dive
Yeah.
in.
not
right,
literally,
right.
yes.
No,
Take
figuratively.
take advantage of.
Yes.
And Lisa, there
yes.
may be a few, how should we say it, nuances to the hot bar as to how we're going to do things. In regards to, like, I heard that fried chicken's going to be one of the
I
items that's
know.
going to be on the hot bar.
Yes.
But we might not keep the fried chicken at the hot bar. It might be something where you get the
You get
normal
all your
stuff.
sides,
You get all your sides at the hot
and
bar.
then you come over.
And then you come over to,
Yep,
the grill area, and they would give you a couple pieces of the chicken. I think.
absolutely.
So,
Yep,
so we'll have some nuances,
Yep.
and we'll explain that a little.
Yep.
We might even want to have like Joseph or James or both
Yeah.
come on the show at some
When we
point.
get closer
When we
to
get a little
the-
closer to it
yeah.
and talk
Yep.
more about that, so.
yep, that makes sense. Okay, let's see, what else? Now we're getting into August, so we're giving you a couple months here. And this is more tentative. When it's
Yeah.
this far out, things we have learned,
Yeah.
things can change just like that.
So part of the reason for doing this is to try and, because we get a lot of questions, when is this going to happen, when is it? So we're trying to help you kind of give you a time frame as
Know
to
what's coming.
what we're thinking, when we think we can kind of be ready for some of this stuff. And so, you know, some of these dates, like the further out they are, the hot bar, you know, that could be a little bit more tentative than the salad bar. But, you know, I think we're pretty comfortable with the July 12th. And then the next one is even more tentative, I think, at this point. But go ahead.
Yeah, because we're talking August now.
Right.
So we're anticipating that we'll be able to open up the amenities to your guests at that point. So that would mean the dining venues and the wellness area, the swimming pool, things like that. So we're getting close. That's really only a couple months off.
Yeah, it is. I mean, really, it is
far.
only 2 months off,
Yep.
a little more than 2 months.
Yep.
And so, I think we're slowly gearing up for that and getting ready for that. But, you know, we get a lot of residents ask us when can they start having family members come in, when they can start. So, you know, we just got to kind of keep building towards that, And so this is a laid out plan to try and get there. So, you know, our hope and our feeling is that by beginning of August, we can go ahead and start allowing, as long as things don't change from a COVID standpoint. We think we can start allowing family members to come back in and dine with you, and you know, there might even be some restrictions there, Lisa, to start. We might even do a slow build up there.
Sure.
It may be that you can't have 10 family members come in.
Right. There
So
may be a
maybe
limit
you
on
limit
the numbers.
how many family members you can bring in at one time. You know, there might be
Absolutely.
some of that stuff. So
Absolutely.
again, this is not completely all the way thought out. We're just trying to give you some broad base brushes here as to what we think that the picture's going to look like.
Because
here.
that is one we get asked often. So we
Yeah.
really feel we need to at least address it.
So that you can start anticipating that and you can start thinking about that. So.
Yep. August time period, that's when we'll start looking at the golf course again for outside usage and things like that. So all that's coming. And at that point, we can also look at groups that you have, like the First Presbyterian High Point. They usually invite their minister to come out here and have lunch with them and have a little meeting at the same time.
Yeah.
So that would be the point where we could start looking at having outside groups, outside people come in to be with our residents here in different group type settings and be able to have a meal with them.
Yeah, the big trick there is the meal part.
It is.
We're allowing that as of June 1st,
as a
I think,
meeting and group
as a
thing.
meeting, but
Right.
the food portion of that won't come in until August at this point.
Exactly.
So.
So that's kind of the big things coming. So we're going to roll this out in the next day or so here, and you'll have all this great information, and there'll be more details to come too as we get closer to things.
You know, we were sitting there talking to Joseph and team about this yesterday, and it was actually so much fun to sit here and talk about how we can start bringing this stuff back. And, you know, I could feel it with the dining team that they're excited about it. We're excited about it. I know you all are anxiously waiting for those kinds of things to be able to be put into play. And we're finally getting there. You know, we're finally starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel here.
Right.
So I think it's going to be really good.
And I know we didn't mention this yet, but we're not at a point to open up the Wayfarer yet.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
I forgot about that. We did talk about,
Well,
that's
and
future.
there's a couple reasons for that, but the main reason I think is that we're still taking that slow approach to this.
Right,
So
right.
I think when we talked to the team yesterday, we were thinking more towards the later part of the year before we get the Wayfarer, maybe this fall. And we might even open it up we talked about maybe opening up as a steakhouse when we first open it back up again.
Yep.
So that's something you all can be thinking about for the future, but that's not going to happen before the fall. I can tell you that. That might be a September, October type thing that we're going to be looking at. So we're trying to plan all this out.
Right.
You know, the other part of this that I think you all are very well aware of, and that is, you know, we're also hoping that by then the labor market's going to be a little bit better than what it is. We're still struggling trying to find people to come in and fill certain roles for us, and there's a lot of competition for few people out there right now. You know, we're competing against the Amazons and the FedExes and you name it out there. We saw the other day where McDonald's is offering a $25 gift card to anybody that comes in and interviews for a job. They
Just
don't
for an
have to take
interview.
it. Just an interview. And
Right.
it's like, oh my gosh, you know, where is this going to end, right?
So it's crazy.
So we're still working hard to try and get our staffing up, and that's part of the dining struggles that we're having is getting our staffing enough where when we open up these new areas and new venues, that we've got the staff to be able to do that. So we're going to keep working on that.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. I think that's it. Well, one more thing to mention, we have hired a new Clubhouse Manager.
Yes.
So it was sad to see Stephanie go, of course. She has brought
None
us
of
to
us
another
want to see
level.
Steph go.
And
She was great. She did a good job.
Wonderful. So,
But we're happy for her, and it sounds like
Yes.
her boyfriend has a really good opportunity. And,
yes. Yep.
you know, good for her that she wanted to go support him and
Yep.
be a part of that with him and his life. So, but we got a new person coming on
Yes.
board.
And his name is Kevin, and he's actually going to be sending us something so we can share a little more about him. And he will be starting next week.
Next week, yeah.
So he'll be in orientation and all that good stuff. And we know it takes a little bit to get up to speed.
Yeah.
So he'll be working on greeting all of you and finding a little bit about you and
Well,
the
and I
whole
think
process.
one of the things we like about Kevin is that he's got quite a bit of country club type experience.
He does.
So,
Yeah,
you know, we think he's going to fit in really well
Yeah,
with
and
what
event
we're trying
planning
to
and-
accomplish overall here.
absolutely.
So
Yep. I think he's.
he came in already with a lot of ideas. Just on the interview, I was
He
very
did.
impressed with some of.
Yep.
You could see his mind working right as
Oh,
soon as we
you
were talking
could.
about
You
what we were
could.
doing. So
Absolutely, and the clubhouse, we never really got to get into anything.
Right.
Because of the pandemic, and now we're at a point where we can start looking at doing some things.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Very
So,
exciting times.
yeah, or unexciting, one or the other.
Yep. Oh. Okay, renovation updates. We have to have a meeting with renovation updates.
Yeah.
Oh, so the balcony, Tom.
Yeah, so let's, a quick update on the balcony. As a matter of fact, I just had a meeting about this. So, so the good news is, they really are just about done with the multipurpose room side and the dining side. And what I'm talking about is the areas that we are currently utilizing, which is the underneath areas, underneath those balconies. They're going to be coming in over the next couple days and taking out the rest of the plastic and
Good.
all those areas. So we're going to have full use of both of those
That's great.
areas
That's
as
great.
of this weekend. They said that they promised that by Friday, they would have all that stuff removed.
Okay.
And then, you know, quite honestly, and we knew this, there's going to be a lull. They were doing all this prep work ahead of time so they can be ready for when the steel package comes in. And I don't know how much of you all are following what's going on as far as our resources like steel and lumber and those kinds of things, but it is a long, drawn-out time frame to be able to get delivery of this. So they're still expecting that they're going to get the steel delivery sometime towards the end of June. So for the next month, you're not going to see a whole lot of activity here on our areas. And then when they get the steel package in, it'll really start kicking into gear. And so, like I said, our hope is that, and it's all kind of dependent on weather and different things, our hope is that they're going to be done completely with the balcony and renovation project as of Thanksgiving. They're telling me that they feel very comfortable that they can be done by then, which would be nice to be able to get to the holiday and be done and know that we're done with this.
Yep.
So yeah, so it's we got a good group that's working with us. Fourth Elm is the name of the construction company, and so I think it's going to be a good project. And hopefully it'll solve the problem that we've been trying to solve all along, which is our leak issue. So that's, I feel pretty good about that.
Okay. We continue to work on the overflow parking up by the golf maintenance shop
That's right,
area.
that's right.
So,
That's progressing.
yep, they keep working on it.
Scooter's building, they're going to be coming in and excavating for the concrete pour. The parking lot, I think we can probably have done in the next, well, I don't know if we have an estimated date on that, but I think we can get it done in the next month. We'll be done with the parking lot. Scooter's addition, that building, that's probably going to be more beginning of October before we're done with that one. Again, that's because we're going to be waiting for the steel for that
Sure.
building. We're not expected to get steel for that building until August at this point, believe it or not. So, but you know, that'll be wrapping up in the fall, which will be good. That's good timing for Scooter. Car's getting a lot of his outdoor equipment into a sheltered area. So we're getting there. We're getting there. And then the healthcare center, we think we're about a month away from being done. They're going to start ripping down some of the fencing, and I'm expecting that they're going to be doing that in the next week. They're going to start ripping some of that down Because, we're now at a point where we're doing more finishing touches than anything else there. There's just a little bit of carpentry work that has to be done, a little bit of mill work. But really, we're very close to being finished. And then we have to have it inspected by the state before we can kind of have the full approval to use that area, the corridor that I'm talking about that we've rebuilt. But, we're thinking that could be done by the middle of June. And then they'll be out and gone. And so that'll be really nice to be able to have them out of here.
Yep.
That's been a long time coming. We've just been a long process, because that's been during the entire COVID operation here that we've had this. So let's see, any other areas that we missed?
Yes, we have Glen Eagles.
Of course, how can I forget Glen Eagles?
We've been talking about Glen Eagles.
Yes.
We're working on renovations, but once again, things just start taking a little longer to get things. So here's kind of the tentative schedule right now. The first piece is for sure. So we're locked in for this one. Next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're going to be doing some work in the billiards room and the living room. This is all in Glen Eagles' first floor. So we're putting a notice out on this. If you have a group that's using one of those rooms during those times, please call Brian. If you want to cancel for the week or if you want to relocate, call Brian. Let him know so he can help you try to find a new location. So next week, they're going to be working on the countertops and the cupboards that are in the billiards room and the living room area. And also in the billiards room, they're adding a wardrobe area that is going to help the billiards folks be able to manage all of their supplies a lot better, cue sticks, all those kind of things. It's just going to put a much better system in place.
Yeah.
So that's very exciting for that. In June, we're going to be renovating the first floor public bathrooms in Glen Eagles. So that's coming up. They'll be blocked off for about 2 weeks for that. June, July, and August, we will have the electricians out here working on corridor lighting. So just kind of giving a notice now, they're going to be coming throughout that time. If they get a slow day somewhere, they're going to come out here and work on our project a little bit. So they have time to do this because the big things aren't coming till August. So that gives them plenty of time to get things rolling there.
Right.
So August, we're going to start looking at painting, ceiling tiles, new signage, installing sconces, all that kind of fun stuff. So that starts more so in August. More renovation of the billiard room and the living room and installation of new furniture in those areas. So there will be some downtime again in August, but we'll get out a notice of that so you know when those dates are. So, but at this far, it's so far out, we really just don't want to put dates yet. It's all kind of tentative. End of August, September, we're going to finish painting and carpeting all 4 floors and installing the rest of the new furniture.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yes, yep. So hopefully by the end of September,
Yeah.
most of the work will be done.
Yeah.
So
And it seems like a lot of our stuff's lining up to being done September, October, November
It is.
timeframe.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but that's good.
yeah, absolutely. So,
Okay. Whew.
okay, we have a couple questions.
Yes.
First one, do I need to wear a mask in the independent living clinic at River Landing? So that's a great question. As the governor said, there is some areas that are still going to require masks, and part of that is healthcare. He also included hospitals, doctors' offices, all those kind of things. So yes, our clinic is considered a doctor's office, and it's part of Wake Forest.
Right.
So yes, masks are required there. So that was a good question. Do I need to wear a mask to visit my friend in healthcare here? Yes. And this also includes assisted living. Sometimes we don't always think of Muirfield as healthcare, but it is. Any assisted living, skilled nursing, our memory care, our rehab, all of those areas still require masks.
Yeah, that's required.
Yeah.
And even if you're not visiting, although if you're not visiting a person over there, we're asking not to go over there.
Right, you shouldn't just be randomly walking the hall.
That's right.
Yeah.
Please don't
Yeah.
go over there walking halls
Right,
at this
right.
point. Even if you have a mask on, that's not, please only go over there if you're actually going to be visiting somebody.
Okay, last question. I have been vaccinated, but one of my friends has not. Should I be worried if she's not wearing her mask around me?
Yeah.
So that's a good question, because we do have some people that are not vaccinated, and that's how it is for now. So you've been vaccinated, you've protected yourself.
That's right.
really your unvaccinated friend is the one that's taking on the risk. So she's the one that would have to worry about that. But just remember, you've done everything you can for yourself.
Yeah.
Vaccine has protected you as much as you can.
And if you really still have an issue with that, then wear a mask.
Sure.
You always
sure.
have the option to wear a mask if you're going to see with somebody. If you feel
Absolutely.
uncomfortable in a situation, no matter what it is,
Absolutely.
please feel free to wear
Sure.
a mask. It's okay.
Sure. Yeah, but there's no longer a state mandate, so
That's
your
right.
friend does not have to wear it. You know, like we said, we're strongly encouraging it.
It's highly
if you're-
recommended.
Yes, if you're unvaccinated.
Yes.
Okay, that was it for questions.
Wow. All
I
right.
know.
Amazing.
You ready, Ken?
Yes.
Everything, Ken?
Yes.
Okay.
We have-
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Michelle needs just a
Michelle's
second
gonna-
here. Yep.
Yeah, thanks to my friend Alan, who sends me these things. You're ready to go. I've been hiding from exercise. I'm in the fitness protection program. You probably didn't know there was such a thing, did you?
Now, is that spelled right?
It's hitting.
It's hitting, not hiding, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, yeah, it is.
I'm kidding.
Clearly, not doing fitness can affect you in many ways.
Yes, apparently.
Oh, and I've got a new little clicker here. So that I got to learn how to forward this thing. Oh, look at there.
Huh.
Did a little mechanics work today. I put a rear end in a recliner.
That's pretty good.
I like that.
Remember when we used to talk about putting a rear end in a car? You'd do that. That's what mechanics did.
I got it.
Wife, can you stop yawning when I'm talking to you? Husband, I'm not yawning. I'm trying to say something. Yeah. That's not.
That never happens.
No, that never happens. That never happens. I like this one. I just ordered a life alert bracelet so that if I get a life, I'll be notified immediately.
That's pretty good.
I didn't know that you could use them for that, but
I didn't either.
apparently you can. If you are trying to impress me with your vehicle, it better be a food truck.
Oh,
That's great. I love
Maybe,
that one.
maybe some of our residents around here could think about getting a food truck.
maybe.
Could be a
Maybe.
whole.
No, there's no place to park it.
Oh,
I want to be 16 again and ruin my life differently. I have new ideas.
Boy, that's not true.
They say that you're supposed to do a reevaluation of your life, but I'm not sure that's what they're talking
So
about.
is
No.
wanna a word?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Yep. Banks should do a better job of keeping their ATMs filled. This is the 5th one I've been to that says insufficient funds.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good point.
We'll talk to the Bank of Oak Ridge about that.
That's a good one.
If you're having that problem. Of this salad with bacon bits. You see that little green thing? It's a little piece of lettuce.
Now, that's my kind of salad
That's a
right
pretty
there.
good one.
I don't know if they've served that at the bistro, but we could ask.
You know what? I've got a lot on my desk.
We got a lot
that
of
kinda
bacon up
reminds
here
me
on the
of that.
desk.
Yes, that's true.
We do.
Woo.
I hate it when I think I'm buying organic vegetables, but when I get home, they're just regular donuts. Yeah, have you ever made that mistake? I think I've done that before, yeah. Every loaf of bread is a tragic story about a field of grain that could have become beer but didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds like something Bubba Bob
I like
would
that
say,
one.
yeah. Okay, so the burglars are getting into the clever these days. Last night, my wife woke me up. Darling, there's a burglary downstairs. So I go downstairs, check every room, and don't find anyone. Then I realize I don't have a wife. And when I go back upstairs, my bed and my TV are gone.
Uh-oh. You brought the fire alarm out with that one.
Yeah, this says, I have started coloring to manage my stress and anxiety. Like,
That looks a little rough.
it looks like they may be
between the lines. It looks really good to me.
they might have some stress that
They
they're
might,
actually
they might.
dealing with. I like this one. This is the baseball umpire at home. Please stop watching the game over my shoulder, the wife says. Isn't that great? Sometimes you meet someone and you know from the first moment that you want to spend your whole life without them.
Oh.
And then the last one. And I really would like for this to happen. The cable repairman was on my street and asked me what time it was. I told him it's between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Perfect.
Wouldn't you love to be
Perfect.
able to do that?
Yes.
That's a good one. I like
Yes,
that.
that is.
Yeah. Famously,
Got one.
that's always when they come.
So Ken,
You're
apparently there's
right
another
on
one.
that.
There's another one? No, that's just
There
us.
we go.
Okay. Oh, okay, we're back on, okay. That was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Those were good.
Okay, Lisa,
Okay.
trivia winner?
Trivia winner. So the question was, Memorial Day was originally known as what? And it's Decoration Day. So.
Because
that
they
was good.
decorated the cemeteries.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, well, that
So
makes
did you know that?
I did know that.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So Ken wins the bottle of wine.
No.
He is the first caller.
No, I did
and
not call in.
Oh,
You would have been the
So-
first call, that would have been the first time you ever called and the first time you ever won.
Get my phone.
so who provided you the little jokes today?
Alan Campbell.
Well, guess who won today?
Really?
Alan Campbell.
Alan Campbell.
Is the
all
winner.
It
right.
is his day.
It is.
Alan, would you like me to taste this just to see if it's okay?
Alan's like, no, Ken, I
No,
don't think I would rather have you do that.
He probably doesn't.
Probably doesn't.
But that was kind of cool.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So congratulations, Alan.
That's
This
awesome.
would go well with that bacon bit salad that we saw.
So if it's Turtle Bay, do you have to drink it slowly?
Yes, you do.
You
Yes.
probably should, right?
And if it makes you withdraw into your shell, it's, it's a possibility.
I love it. Well,
Yeah.
Lisa, is there anything we haven't talked about today that we need to talk about?
You know, there could be, I just don't remember anymore. It's been kind of a wild ride since the mask came off.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
We've really been evaluating everything, so,
Yeah, it is interesting, even corporately, we keep re-looking at things and about masks
Sure.
and how we're doing things, and, there
Yep.
could be some changes for staff, not so much for residents
Right,
about that.
right.
And we'll just have to kind of see how that kind of flows through here, but, yeah, I mean, the good news is, at least for now, we're without masks, so.
right. Yep.
It's nice. I have to tell you, it was really nice. And, we got a chance to
Yeah.
play pickleball for the first time
I
without
know,
a mask last
and that
night.
was wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, Lisa was like crazy good last night. I don't know what it was. She said something about her glasses not being fogged up and she
I
could
know.
see the ball from
I would say I was much better last night, because it's been rough for over a year, playing with a mask on, and your glasses fog up, so you're seeing half of the shots.
Yeah.
Well, that's an exaggeration, but if I didn't hit the ball, it was because of the mask and the glasses,
Yes.
right?
All I can say is she had way too many shots that hit her in the forehead, and I don't know what that was all about, but
But it was so nice to be able to see the ball and be able to breathe, all at the
Yeah.
same time.
well, and that's the other part of it, right? Even for those that don't have the sight challenges
Yes.
with the glasses,
Yes.
just being able to breathe while you
Absolutely.
were playing last night.
Yeah.
The masks are great. They do what they're supposed to do. They restrict the air that's coming in and out of your mask, so
They
it's
do.
harder to breathe with it
Yep.
on. We know that,
Yep,
right? So,
absolutely.
and I was happy for our residents that really were
Yes.
struggling by not being able to play
Yes.
pickleball or play
Right.
the other sports because
We had people stop exercising because they just couldn't do it anymore with
Yeah,
the
with the
mask
mask
on.
on,
So this, to me, it's a good thing.
yeah, it was a really good thing.
Yep.
So.
Well, our 101st show is in the record books. And I think we've set a new standard. I'm not going to say what it is, but I think we've set a new standard.
We've finished before 4 o'clock.
Well, that's one. That's one. Yeah.
It's a good standard. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's unexciting to me. So
Spontaneous,
yes.
like combustion. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna take you out of your punishment and let you all go. Go out and enjoy the beautiful weather. I understand
Absolutely.
it's 76, 77 degrees out there.
It sure
right
looks
now.
nice.
It's gonna get warm by the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Spring Fling Golf Tournament going on tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah.
So that'll be fun. I think that's gonna be really good for the residents to be able to be a part of that. Ken, I think you're playing
Yeah,
tomorrow.
first one in like 3 years.
Yeah, and there's a chance
Wow.
I'm actually playing too, so we'll see how
Cool.
that works out. And so I think that'll be fun. And
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to hit 84, 86, and
I
then
bet.
90 on Friday,
90,
I heard.
uh-huh.
So,
Yep.
yeah, so we're going to quickly go from from spring into summer.
Yes, we
So,
are.
Yep.
But you know, I hope you all are having a good time. It's so much fun to be able to have things opened up, and there's so many things now that you can do again. And you know, with all the list of stuff that we're getting ready to bring out, it's just
Right,
going to make
right.
life even more enjoyable
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
enhancing for our residents. And so, we're very excited for you all. We really are. So, have a great afternoon. We love you all very much.
See ya.
Where?
Watermelon on the salad bar.